Let's look onto a certain other item called networks. Right now we are going to look at the different networks and explore them very well. What are networks? What does the term network means? We have internet, we have the www and whatsoever. What are what do we really mean when we say a network? So we can continue to say a network refers to communication between devices. This is not the internet because many of us, when we hear the word network, we seem to understand the internet and the World Wide Web. No, here it's what we are saying that refers to a communication between devices, whether it's not a network, whether it's not internet. For instance, you have a radio at home. If you have a radio at home and you want your phone to communicate with your radio, you will jump into Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a network. So if Bluetooth is a network, that means a phone can communicate to your radio via that short range, which is a Bluetooth. So we have from short range, medium range to the wide range. So network refers to communication between devices. For instance, remote connectivity to a radio or remote connection to a television or a DVD. When you want to watch, for instance, movie, you will insert in a CD, then you get a remote and command a DVD what to do. So a remote connection is also a network. If you have a remote somewhere and someone stands in the lane's line, it will not get the connectivity to the TV. So it means remote connection is not in the area, but the remote a device called a remote that help us to change channels. That one device is also a piece that is evident in the connectivity. So the communication between the remote and the television is also a network. Bluetooth, where you connect your TV or you connect your radio to a speaker, you connect your phone to a radio via Bluetooth. Look at Zenda is also another form of communication. So the interconnectivity where machine 1 will be able to see machine 2, that means that one is uh, a network. The communication between devices, it doesn't matter which type of devices, whether printers, whether for instance, if you have one computer connected to a printer and to a photocopier, that is a full network. If you have your phone connected to your speaker, when they are communicating, you use a phone to play music, that is a full network. So a network is not something that is very complicated. PC1 connected to PC2 and PC3 connected, they are all listening to each one another, or they can uh, see one another. That is a full network. LAN, low area network. We are going to look at all those. Those are all types of networks. For instance, look at this picture here. It's a LAN, it's a small piece of network. Bluetooth, we shall explain them. We have MAN. MAN is also another form of network. Then we have what we call WAN. All these we are going to explore them. What are these? All these are different types of networks that we need to understand. Here, let's see the types of networks. Types of networks. We have Bluetooth. It was written in books, but right now we have, for instance, another form of a network which called Xender. It is in a very, at least Bluetooth can be within 5 meters. It can communicate within 5 meters, but Xender can communicate within just centimeters. A phone should be closer, or it could be just in 1 meter. Xender, though it's not included here, but it's also part and parcel of the network system that we can talk about. So when we talk about networks, we have seen Xender, Bluetooth. Then we have LAN, which is local or low area network. We have WAN, which is wide area network. We shall explore these. WAN, MAN, LAN. Then we have MAN. Also, this is another piece of a network that we need to examine and explore when we are talking about networks. You cannot say that you have learned anything about networks when you cannot explore the pieces or the words that are in when it comes to networks. We shall look at devices that are used in networking, routers, switches, and others. Then devices themselves, like phone to phone, Wi-Fi. For instance, phone to phone, you can use Wi-Fi. Some other person could be having data, and you connect on his or her phone. So the connectivity is all about however much the complexity will be, but the connectivity between the device is what we call a network. Briefly, we could as well have seen that uh, we may continue to look into this. Let's look at the Bluetooth network. Bluetooth network is a short range communication to a topology of 5-meter range Bluetooth signal. The communication that is at least close around 5 meters, that is a Bluetooth. You can move with your phone around your house. For instance, a 5-bedroom house, you can go around when that network is still communicating to a device. For instance, look at speaker 1, radio, speaker 2. Then we have what we call a 5-meter range. Look at a 5-meter range. Then we have this other side, a music player, whether any other, whether phone or anything that can play music. So the difference in the difference here is range or the coverage. What will be the coverage when we compare whether it's a radius or the circumference? What could be the range of communication? So network devices, the only difference comes in with the 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 range or the coverage. So briefly, uh, we can end here for now. I think you have understood very well the different networks as we are going to keep exploring them, and some we have already covered them onto our channel. You can connect there for more of these tutorials on North Bridge Technologies via a Bluetooth connectivity. We request you to go and search for more of these on our videos. We have good and amazing tutorials that are easy to use. Briefly, that is for now. I'll say thank you.